So, yeah, Airbnb. Right. I don't like saying no real. Got to know each other. Well, hey. Well, how y'all doing today? Well, I'm back, y'all. I don't know how many people going to come on here and watch. Well, really, I don't. It don't matter. You know, somebody will watch it. Well, we're on the second episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, let me mute this. We're on the second episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we're gonna see what's gonna be playing out now. We got this. What is it? A double date with Ken and Trish. Ken and Trish, Maurice and Kimmy. Kimmy looks amazing. Kimmy looks amazing. So I'm gonna mute and listen at what the couples are talking about. And then I'm going to come back and give my opinion. I'm going to give my opinion. And I'm behind the wall because today is Saturday and I'm trying to get myself together for tomorrow. I got to do myself a facial. And I just ain't feel like being on camera. My hair is all topsy turvy. My hair is everywhere. So just, I'm going to go on mute. Then I'm going to come back doing a commercial or whenever I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about. They are talking about when Marquez just walked into Trish and Ken's house. And there has to be some sort of compromise with these people because Ken don't seem as if he's going anywhere and Marquez don't seem as if he's going to bite down. And that's okay. That's okay by him not biting down. However, he's going to have to respect the relationship. He's going to have to respect the house. Hey, Mildred. And he's going to have to respect the man of the house. And right now, I'm really feeling Kimmy. I love the hair. I love that her and Maurice are in support of Ken and Trish, but it's just only so much that you can do with somebody like Ken, like Marquez. Because if you give I notice if you give Marquez just a little, not even an inch, if you give him a centimeter, he's gonna take advantage and he's gonna go, he's just gonna do something out of whack. He's gonna do something out of order. So I love the conversation between the couples that the couples are having, and I do like this look on Maurice and this look of Kimmy. It does not matter how long you've been married. I don't. For me, I don't think it don't matter how long you've been married. I just think it's the relationship that you have with your partner and the way that you're able to communicate and talk with your partner that in the things that you have been through, because Kimmy and Maurice have been through this kind of thing with Kawa. Because Kawa was very disrespectful towards Kimmy in the beginning. And I don't think there's a way that you can even sit down and talk to Marquez because Marquez is not that type of person that you could sit down and have a rational conversation with. Talking to Marquez is like talking to your 10-year-old, telling them, go empty the trash, go make up your bed, go clean up the room, go do something. So no, something else is gonna there's gonna have to be another way to deal with Marquez because Marquez is like another child. So now we have Martell, Mr. Martell. Who is Martell meeting up with? Mm, he's in a furniture store. Could him and Miss could him and Ariane be furnishing their new home? Or furnishing a home. Let's just see what Martell has got to say. I'm gonna go on mute because I don't want nothing. I'm trying to get up there. So whoever watched this, please hit the like button. Please hit the like and share button. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel for me. Please and thank you. I'm going on mute for a little minute. See who Martell is getting ready to meet up with. Oh, Destiny. I agree, Kimmy. Something, hey, Nikki. Oh, really? I moved downstairs. So remember when you came to the first location upstairs, you were your friend who was supposed to help. I know it looks like a storage. It looks like a storage. But it's such a classic feeling every time the place opens. People have converted them into boutiques, hair salons. Mine is more of a workspace, and I haven't decided if I want to open it to the public yet. But this is where I'm creating all my products. So that looks so fun. Correct. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, what you looking for? So, moving area, and my son and her daughter came to my crib. Oh, wow. Oh gosh. Oh wow. I am, you know what? I can't even believe I'm even saying this. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but Martell has grown. Martell has matured. Martell is going, I don't want to say he's going with the flow. How, however, if this woman is if this is the person that he's going to be with, you know, all the shenanigans are being cut out for him to say, I'm moving Ariane and my son and her daughter into my house. That is growth. That is growth. And I am so I'm I'm happy to see him embracing embracing that. And maybe the last two seasons he could not embrace that because of for whatever reason. Now he said a while back he said he just wanted to live in his truth. So this is his truth. Ariane's daughter and his daughter. This is his son and Ariane's daughter. So this is his truth. So why not embrace it? Last Saturday, he said that Ariane is going to school to become a nurse, going back to school to become a nurse. That's not an easy task at all. Going to being in school full time and taking care of your kids and whatever if she's working or whatever it is that she's trying to do. So it's not hard to do, but it's not easy to do either. And as long as she keep if she's going to be on social media, don't worry about what the people are saying. Don't worry about what the people are saying. Don't even try to address the people. And after her nursing program is over and she passed that FCLET, that test to become a nurse, and just like the advice that Anthony gave her, and that was some real good advice. Whatever establishment that you go that you get hired to, if it's in the hospital, if it's in a doctor's office, wherever it is, make sure you talk with the people at HR. Make sure you talk with the people in the office and let them know that your significant other is on this show, and that people might be calling and trying to say all type of things, because that's the type of world we live in, because that's the type of and it's people like that don't like to see people move forward to move on. Hurt people like to hurt other people. And when other people seeing other people elevating, they don't like that. They have that, what my great grandma used to call that crab in a barrel like mentality. Yes, Nikki, it is good to see him moving forward. If him, we've seen, I don't know how long it's been since his divorce, but it ain't no get back, no coming back from that. So you're not gonna leave this woman alone. You're gonna keep, coming around, sniffing it around, as my grandma used to say, sniffing around her. So you might as well be with her. And she's not, I don't, she's not a bad, I don't know if she's a bad person or not, because um, but this seems like this is who he want to be with. So might as well just go ahead on and make it right. Just go ahead on and make it right. So now she is not the side chick no more. She just like the lady over there in England with King Charles. She the queen now. She the queen. She was a side piece for years and years and years. She the queen, not saying, some people say, well, Martell ain't no prize. Well, he a prize for her. He's a prize for her. And I am so glad to finally see that he is acknowledging her, that he is moving on, with his life. That he's moving on with his life. Whoa, wait a minute now. And then I did see something late on YouTube a while back, about was she pregnant again. I hope like hell she ain't. I hope like hell she ain't. Let that be what it is. His four and yo two, that six children. Y'all don't need no more kids, but the show is back on, and with Destiny, my feelings for Destiny. I want to see Destiny make it. I really do. I want Destiny to win. I really want her to win. I want her to start something, and I want her to stay in it at least 6 months. If she could stay in it 6 months, she can do it. She can do it. But as long as she is like she thinks she want to do something, then she'll start on it, then she'll stop, then she'll do something else. I want her to have some structure in her life. And when you got structure in your life, with um you have structure with everything, your business, your personal life, your perfect you have structure all the way around. But if you discombobulated and want to ride on other people's coattail, you're gonna constantly be where she is. So it's back on now. So let's see what they're talking about. These two talking about. Be right back. You know, I can kind of feel what Martell is saying. The man is not stuck. The man is moving on with his life. He's moving on with his life. And it's so ironic to me how other people can tell you about you, but they can't see it, not a damn thing about themselves. If he needs therapy, let him make that decision on his own. And if you're a friend, I know when you're a friend, you don't want to see your friend stuck, but you don't want to keep bringing up, you don't want to keep bringing up things that's going to upset your friend. For me, it's like when I'm telling someone how I'm feeling, and they telling me, well, you shouldn't feel like that. Don't tell me how I should feel. These are my feelings. You are my friend. So acknowledge me and acknowledge my feelings. When I say I'm not stuck, don't tell me, yeah, you need to go to counseling. So well, all that stuff that happened in the past, then you know how to deal with it. He's dealing with whatever he went through in the past with his ex or whatever else that he's gone through. He's dealing with it the way that he know how to deal with it. And when he want to make that decision to go to a therapist to help get all that stuff under one umbrella where he can really understand what he's going through, then let that be his decision and not other people telling him how he should feel and what he should do. And I would think Destiny would be the last person to tell somebody what they need to do. She need to just stick with something, like I said, for 6 months. She need to not be in a relationship until she get herself together, because she's still reeling from her ex-husband and then from Moses and all that stuff, losing businesses. And then, she's taking care of her dad. And then she have her son. So, girl, you need to sit down and clean your plate and vacuum around your table before you go to somebody else's house and vacuum around theirs. That's what you need to do. Now they're showing boss lady Tisha. So listen, we always see them working on a building, and that's good. That's good because this is what this show is all about: business, family, and mess. So everybody was saying, well, they don't never show no building, showing building nothing. Well, they building something now, so we got something to see that they building, and hopefully we'll see a finished product before the end of the season. So let's see what Scott 1.0 talking about. You know what, Nikki? That is so true. My daughter was in a relationship, and I just sat back because I know it wasn't the right relationship for her. However, I did not tell her that. I let her just go on. And when I saw, because I know how she is when she is in a relationship. And so when I began to see the relationship start fizzing out, I still didn't say anything. And when the relationship finally ended, I still did not say anything. I let her talk. I did want to ask question about what happened, but she said she didn't want to talk about it. So I respect that. I respect that. So, but this was the advice that I gave my daughter. I said, when you are in a relationship and you get out that relationship, I say, what the problem is, people jump into a relationship too fast. And then when they get out of one relationship, they go get one of them old, what they call it, fuck 'em dress. And then they want to go out and party with their friends. And then they meet somebody. And I'm not saying you can't meet someone in the club and stuff like that. But you meet somebody in the club and now he's whining and dining you and sending you flowers at work and cash apping you and selling you money for lunch, and just doing all the things that you want a man to do for you. I said, but when you get out of a relationship, give yourself some time. Give yourself 6 months to a year. 6 months to just get all of that hurt, get everything out of your system. 6 months to just, go ahead on and cry about it, go ahead and fret about it, go ahead and do what you're gonna do about it. And then finally, when you get to a place where you are at peace, then after that 6 months, start, praying and ask God to work on you, show you you. And after that year, you have discovered things about yourself that you're okay. It's nothing wrong with being alone for a while. So she said, "Well, that sounds good, Ma." I said, I'm just telling you about when I was out there. That's how I did it. And then when you are single for a while, you find out things about yourself. You find out I'm not things that you will tolerate, things that you will not tolerate, things that you will accept and things that you won't accept. And then when they ask you questions about, well, what you looking for, what you want in a man? I don't want nothing in a, what you want from your man? I don't want nothing from my man. But this is what I expect from my man. I expect for you to be honest. I expect for you to be loyal. I expect for you to be truthful. I expect for you to keep your word. I expect for you to do what you say you gonna do. I have expectations. Those are my expectations. And being single, even at this ripe old age that I am now, I'm perfectly okay. I'm perfectly okay because I am not gonna accept anything. I'm not gonna lower my standards. I'm not gonna lower my standards. I'm not gonna go outside of what it is that I want in a man. I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna go outside of that. And then when a man asks you what you gonna bring to the table, look, what I'm gonna bring to. I'm bringing what I'm gonna bring. I'm bringing me. If you ain't got your own table, and women need to stop looking at potential. Well, he got potential. Potential to do what? Potential to do what? I don't want no man with potential. I want a man already established. I want a man already knowing where he going and he's on his way getting there. You know, I want him to come and say, "Man, baby, come on, come with me. Let's do this together." And a handsome face and a fine body, all of that is fine. All that's fine and good. But if you don't, if you women should have a checklist of what they want, and if that man is not on that checklist, you need to go to the next. And it's nothing wrong with dating. You date with expectation. But if he don't meet your expectations, then you just move on to the next. You just go on to the next. And you don't listen at what women are the worst because they always judging other women because they date a lot of men. But if a man do it, it's no problem. It's no problem when a man do it. So I think Destiny just need to work on herself, leave Lance alone, leave the God brother alone, and work on establishing her business. Her businesses, get them off the ground, and say to herself, you know what? I'm gonna give myself 2 years. I'm not gonna be in nothing serious. I'm not really finna do all that dating. I'm going to give myself 2 years to heal and get my business together. And by doing that, what she's looking for will always find her. Yes, it is nice to have something nice and hard to roll over to. It is. But see, I want no man look in the mirror more than me. Auntie, one man fingernails was dirty. I said no. One hand. God, I said no. I'm very girl. I don't blame you. And see, that's the way my daughter is now. If I say, well, she said, well, mom was this dude. Me and this dude were talking. I said, girl, he ain't gonna last long because if he got on the wrong color shoes, if his shirt is wrinkled, you gonna find something wrong with it. So you don't lower your standards just because you're lonely. You don't do that. Oh, this is good right here. We got Marquez. Marquez. Let's see what Maurice kind of advice Maurice is giving Marquez. This boy right here, I could just knock him upside his head to the white meat. I really can. I could just knock him cold blooded out. Let's see what they talking about. Now, you know what? Maurice just told the gosh darn truth just then. You know, I always said I want a man like my dad. And when Verena, my daughter was a little girl and became teenager and became a young adult and now adult, she said, I want a man just like my granddaddy. And my mama said, no, honey. She said, no, my daughter said, I want a man just like my granddaddy because my granddaddy always made me feel special. And my mom said, yes, he was a good man. She said, but your grandfather had some ways about him. She said, yeah, your granddaddy, he made me feel very special. When I wanted a house, he got me he told me to go pick out the lot, pick out the plan for the house, pick out the house. When I wanted a new car anytime I wanted a new car, he got me a new car. He told me I was the woman of the house. I didn't have to worry about nothing. The only thing that I had to worry about what went on in the house. My husband paid the mortgage. I did not have to work if I did not want to work. And the only reason I went to work was to get insurance when my husband got sick. She said, yes, your grandfather made he had a way of making you feel like you was just the best thing since honey. He just made you feel good. And not only made you feel good, made you feel good about yourself. Marquez, what the advice that Maurice is giving Marquez is the best advice. I don't get involved in that kind of stuff. And he how you go to this woman friend? These people were friend with Ken and Trish before they were friends with you. And this young man, it's something wrong with him. It's all the dots are not, they're not, something is wrong. There's something missing. He's like he might be like 51 cards short of a full deck. And I believe Marquez is a liar. And when he said, when I walked in, you was not invited in. You just walked into this woman's house. So how do you expect for Trish to feel? How do you expect for Trish to feel? Now coming up, you know what? You have to be clear headed when you talking to Marquez. You can't have no drink. You can't have no weed. You can't have no what you can't have with the medicine you be on when you get agitated or anything like that. You can't have nothing for agitation. You just have to have a clear head because he is someone that you cannot rational. You can't have a rational. You can't have a rational conversation with somebody like Ken. You have to brace yourself. You have to prepare yourself, and you have to say, you know what? I know it's like almost going into battle with someone like Ken. You have to sit down and say, okay, Ken is coming over. So you got to strategize, and you know what your pressure points are. You know that he can say things to get you upset. And the main thing it is when you're having a conversation with Ken is to not get upset because that's what he feeds off of. That is what Ken feeds off of. You can't have a rational conversation with someone who's not rational. You can't have a decent conversation with someone who already have ulterior motives about what they're gonna they just like you gotta plan and strategize when you're talking to someone like him because he has already planned and strategized what he's gonna say and how he's gonna say it and the way he's gonna behave when he's saying it. He's gonna push all those buttons that he know if I say this, she gonna get upset. If I poke right here, she gonna get upset. And if I say this, Ken gonna do this. So you gotta kind of think you gotta kind of think the way that he think to out strategize him. You and when he come, you just have to say, you know what, it is what it is, and you have to make up in your mind. You have to have a made up mind. I am not going to allow this man to piss me off. I'm not going to allow this man to piss me off. Not in my own house. Not in my own house am I going to allow him to do that to me in my own house. Seems like his son got more sense than he do. And I'm telling you, the first two episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville is very good. When I say it's very light, it's like there's no tension. People are not. It's like people are not afraid to talk because they're not afraid to talk about something because they're not worried about um they just it's just a light. It's a breath of fresh air. It's just light. And before the show come back on, I was talking to my friend Mildred. And if whoever watched this, and for the people that's watching it, and if you have not purchased her book, Delirium, A Tale of Sex and Love, please go out and get the book. Mildred is getting ready to plan something very soon. And I'm telling you, the parts that I have read already, it's good. It's good. It's good. So if you have not gotten her book yet, there's a part two of the book that's out already. And if you have not purchased those books, please, please, please go and purchase those books and support my girl Mildred. And she's going to be planning something real, real soon. I want to listen to this conversation between uh, Tisha, and her son. So I'm gonna go and mute. I got some chicken in the oven. I'm going to turn that chicken and I come back and listen to this conversation, and then I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. That's one thing about that's one thing about children. Don't ask a child a question that you do not really want the answer to. And I understand where Tisha is coming from as a mother. Me and my granddaughter, I raised my granddaughter to the age of 7. So there's a bond there. And wherever I went, there was nowhere that I went that she could not go. So if she couldn't go there, I did not go. And as she grew up, I still was there, you know, go to lunch, go to school, have lunch, go to plays, go to games, just there. Whenever she need to vent about whatever she need to vent about, her mom life, I was there. Now she is 18 years old. When she turned 18, she just wanted a dinner. She had a dinner with her friends, and then she had a dinner with her mom, and her godparents. Now she's getting in a couple of more weeks. She's going to be leaving in exactly 1, 2, and exactly 3.5 more weeks. She's going to be leaving to go to college. The plan was for her to go to college in Tallahassee. That's about a 6-hour drive from here. That did not fall through. She got accepted at every college that she applied to except for A&M, Florida A&M. She got accepted at Hampton. She got accepted at Howard. She got accepted at North Carolina A&T. She got accepted at Spelman, what was it, Howard, Hampton, North Carolina A&T, Spelman, LSU, um, Clark, Atlanta, and there was another one that she got accepted. She accepted the one in Atlanta, 8 hours away. Of course, her mom asked her a question. She said, "If you get in trouble while you're away at college, who the first person you gonna call?" She said, "Nana." So she said, "You won't call me?" She said, "Well, Nana be the first person, Godmama Center be the second person, then, I'll call you. Because I know Nana and Godmama Center gonna talk to you, anyway. So you'll probably be the last person that I would tell that I'm going through anything." And I knew that hurted her feelings. So she said, "Why would I be the last person?" She said, "Because I know how you are. I know how you are." She said, "If I tell Nana, Nana is gonna rationalize it, and she's gonna get me to understand, to see both sides of it. And then Godmama said she gonna pray about it, and she gonna talk to me about God about it. Her and Nana gonna kind of be just alike, but then you're gonna you're gonna always make it a big thing when it's probably not even going to be a big thing." So that was a hard conversation for Tisha, and especially when he said by his dad is a pillar for her, and I said, "Well, what am I?" It's different. It is so different for a young man than it is for if it was one of her daughters leaving, going to college, and especially when he said he want to go way to Michigan to go to college. That's a hard thing. Your child, you raise them and you nurture them, you take care of them, you be there for them, and then they decide that they want to leave the nest, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing because I'm gonna tell you, I was so afraid when Jordan made the decision to go to school in Atlanta. You ain't never been to the big city. You ain't never been nowhere like that. So How you gonna cope with that? But I'm relying on everything that I taught her, everything her mom taught her, everything life has taught her, everything her godparents has taught her. And the prayer, they say the prayer, the Bible say the prayers of the righteous availeth much. And I know that she's covered. She is covered, and she do know right from wrong. So I have gotten to the point to where I'm not afraid anymore. I'm excited for her now. I'm excited for her to take this next step, to this embark on this new journey. And for me, I decided, and her mom, I know is she talking a good game right now, but in a couple of more weeks when she had to take her baby to Atlanta and leave without her, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. So I do feel for Tisha, Tisha. I do feel for Tisha. So we're gonna. I don't know. Sometimes I think Tish, whatever her name is, she looked like that girl who go with Remy Ma husband, Clarissa. She looked like that wrestler sometimes the way she dressed. Neither one of them has a good sense of style. Oh, that's just me. So let's see what they talking about. See, that's the shit. Oh, forgive me, y'all. That's the stuff that I don't like right there. You ring the doorbell. Ain't nobody say come in. Ain't nobody say come in. They need to lock their door. They need to lock their door. They need to lock their door. He just, let me mute this. They need to lock the door. Now, see that kind of stuff right there, piss you. You know what it is? Just like I just said. Just like I just said. He know walking into them people. Oh, at least I rung the doorbell, and then you just walk in. He know that gonna piss them off. He know that. This oh baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby. I'm sounding like Ashante now. Let me get back and see what this Ninja Turtle talking about. Let me see what this Ninja Turtle is talking about now. Baby. See, I would mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. This man done lost his rabbit ass mind. He done lost his. You know what? I would just say, you know what? First of all, um, I wouldn't even talk no more because my friend is there. I wouldn't talk anymore because she's there. I don't care how much you know or how close we are. It would have been over and done with. And now he's acting as if this is his house. Baby, shoe fly don't bother me. Shoe fly don't bother me. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. You know what? I ain't never seen nothing like this. Oh, you know you have to laugh at this kind of stuff, and I know it's annoying and it's aggravating for Tish. I know it has to, for Trisha. It has to be because Marquez is like of understanding. He has absolutely no understanding whatsoever. He has the comprehension of a net. He has the comprehension of a net. Those are your kids. Those are your biological kids. Nobody can take that away from you. You whatever, however the situation was when you left, you left. You not only left Huntsville, you left this. You left Georgia. You left Alabama and went to another state and made a life for yourself. Then you made a decision to come back, and when you came back, you just assumed everything was going to be just the way it was when you left. When you came back, Tish had a new man and he was being man and he was being head of the house. He put that man done put equity into that relationship. He done put equity into that house. He has made that house a home. And just like Ken say, we were fine. We all were fine until he came back around. And he is the problem because you can't sit and, you know what? It takes a fool to understand a fool. And if you're not a fool, then you can't understand nothing that a fool say. And then even though neither you arguing and trying to straighten a fool, because a fool is like of understanding. A fool is somebody who only understand what he understand, and that's all he understand. And so you have to let him continue to be the way that he is. That maybe, maybe I don't know what can happen with that. I don't know because there's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can say because this man, he really truly don't understand nothing. I just don't to deal with. I don't know if that's a narcissistic behavior or that's just somebody who playing stupid. And you keep playing stupid games, you're gonna get a stupid a booby prize. I don't get it. I just do not get it. You ring the doorbell, you walk right in. Then they're trying to have an adult conversation on you. He is slow and must have gotten away in the. I don't know, but I'm looking at him, and I have my thoughts about him. But the way the YouTube streets are set up right now, I don't want to be saying nothing, allegedly and in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't got nothing for nobody to I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing for nobody to be suing me for. So I'm gonna keep that little part what I'm thinking to myself. I'm gonna keep that little part to my. I'm gonna keep that part to myself. But it's just something ain't right. There's something that's not right with Marquez. There's something not right with him. And I really don't think, he don't want he don't want Trish, because if he did, and if he really wanted his children to be happy, he'll do whatever it takes. So it wouldn't be no friction in the air with his kids, nor his kids' mom, nor the man who the kids in the there's a man in the house that the kids can look up to, showing her son what a man looks like and the job of a man. Mm, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? Didn't I say he came with an ulterior motive? He came with an agenda. He did not come there to talk. He came there to get a rise. He getting a rise out of me. So I can imagine how they feel. He get and stop trying to explain to this man. Stop trying to. He is like a dizzy chick. He is like a dizzy female that keep going over the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. Stop trying to reason with him. Stop it. See, that's what I like. Yeah, Ken is fine, he is. And just like Maurice said, whatever the man was on the next episode is saying, that you can't reason with Ken. So they need to stop trying. And you know what? Tonight episode was good as well. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. And I like the fact that everybody is getting airtime. Everybody is getting their own turn, and that it's not about one particular couple, not about, nobody is saying something that somebody repeated to the bloggers, and that's the main focal point. Everybody is handling their own business, and I like that. I like the breath of fresh air. I like the freshness of the show thus far. And it's good. It is good. One band, one sound. And it's like everybody is in agreement. Everybody know what the assignment is, and everybody is doing it. So it's peaceful. Exactly. Exactly. It's peaceful, and everybody is like, everybody doing their own thing, and people look genuinely happy. Nobody don't look stressed. Nobody don't look like they don't want to be there, and just hurry and get this scene over so I could go. It's peaceful, and it's much better to watch now. It's much better to watch. So Nikki, I thank you for being here, my girl. I don't know if Mildred is still here, but she was on here with me earlier. I thank you. I thank you and Nikki for being here, Mildred, if you're still here. And I thank the people who was, watching. I'm trying to get my little viewership up, do something different and stuff like that. And um see what's gonna happen. See what's gonna happen. But anyway, I made me some roasted sweet potatoes, and I know it's kind of late to be eating, but I made some roasted sweet potatoes and some roast chicken chicken legs. So I'm gonna go and have a chicken leg and some potatoes, and the rest will be for dinner tomorrow. Lord's willing, I'll be in church. You know what, Nikki, I am gonna keep going because I heard something that Chaotic said, and I heard something that someone else has said. One person watched, then another person to watch, then another person to watch, and eventually I will be where God will have me to be. And so this could be a test from God to see, am I gonna be about what I talk about? Start something, and just because I don't have the viewership to quit. So I've never been a quitter, so I'm not gonna quit now. I'm just going to keep on and keep, if it don't be but just me and one person on here, I'm going to continue to do what it is that I'm doing. And there's a show, it's on Roku TV, Solo Traveling. It's by Tracy Ellis Ross. Take a look at that. It was, I watched it this afternoon, and it was really, really good. And she gave me, so I can't travel to Morocco and Spain and all those different places, but it just let me know happiness is predicated on what's happening. So, and you don't always have to have something happening to be happy. That happiness comes from within yourself. You do whatever it is that makes you happy, and whatever keeps you going, whatever gives you joy, and whatever gives you peace. That's what you do for yourself. So I'm going to tune out because I'm pretty sure other people um gonna be doing this, gonna be doing whatever they going live with this tonight or not, or tomorrow. But I gotta prepare myself for church in the morning, get my thoughts together, have something to eat, and I'll holler. But I thank you for being here with me, Nikki, through this. And this is what I'm gonna be doing on Saturday. And morning conversations will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And church service is tomorrow. So whenever you see me, holler at me. And when I see you, I'll holler back at you. So peace out, deuces, and have a good Saturday night. I'm outie. Good night, and thank you for joining.